Mira was a quiet girl from a small town. Every morning, she rode her bicycle to college, a little red one with a squeaky bell and paint peeling off. She wore simple clothes, carried a heavy backpack, and always smiled at the people she passed. But inside, she carried a small worry. Everyone around her seems to have their life planned out. Her friends talked about big dreams, becoming doctors, engineers, or moving abroad. Her parents often said, "Mira, you must study hard and get a good job like your cousin Priya." So Mira tried. She studied late into the night, solving math problems she didn't understand, memorizing facts she didn't love. Every test felt like a race she didn't want to run. One day, her best friend Neha said, "Mira, why don't you apply for medical school with me? It's the best future." Mira smiled weakly. "Maybe," she said, but her heart whispered, "No." What she really loved was drawing, the way a pencil could turn a blank page into a story. She often doodled in her notebooks, sketching trees, faces, and streets. But she hid them, afraid people would laugh. One afternoon, while waiting for the bus, Mira saw a little boy crying near a wall. His balloon had popped. To cheer him up, she took out her notebook and drew a new balloon, bright red, floating high in the sky. The boy stopped crying and smiled. That small moment felt bigger than any test score. Later that week, her college announced a poster competition, "Draw Your Dream Future." Mira hesitated, but then decided to try. She stayed up all night, drawing not doctors, not engineers, but a girl standing on a hill, painting her own sunrise, while others followed the same gray path below. The next morning, she almost didn't submit it. What if people laugh, she thought, but her heart said, "Do it." A few days later, her name was called on stage. Mira Sharma, first prize. She froze for a moment, then walked up as the crowd clapped. Even Neha shouted, "That's amazing, Mira!" The principal smiled and said, "Your drawing speaks to the heart. It reminds us that every dream is special." That evening, when she reached home, her parents looked at her poster. Her mother's eyes softened. She asked, "You really made this?" Mira nodded shyly. Her father placed a gentle hand on her shoulder. He said slowly, "Maybe you don't have to be like Priya. Maybe you just have to be Mira." Tears filled her eyes, happy ones. From then on, Mira followed her passion with confidence. She started helping her school paint murals, designed greeting cards for local shops, and shared her drawings online. People began to notice her art, and more importantly, her courage to be herself. One day, Neha visited her art stall at a local fair. She smiled and said, "You really found your place, Mira." Mira laughed softly. "I just stopped chasing what wasn't mine." As the sun set, her red bicycle leaned beside her colorful stall, surrounded by people smiling at her art. She looked around, her heart full of quiet peace, because she had finally chosen her own road, one painted in her own colors. Don't live someone else's dream. Paint your own path. The world needs your colors, not copies of others. If you liked this story, please give it a like and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring English stories like this one. See you in the next story. Stay kind, stay peaceful, and keep learning.